Good morning. Welcome back. It's your main man, Big Ivan, talking to town, and
Vincenza, Ivan, what a show.
Yes, I'm loving it. Kickless superheroes.
Yes.
And now we're dipping over into the music entertainment piece.
All the way from
Sweden is
which
Adée.
is pretty neat. Hello, Adée, how are you?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you. So for those tuning in, Adée is a musician, right? And
Songwriter,
a vocalist. An artist. An artist, right? You do it all. Now, you are traveling between Sweden and Delaware, if I'm correct. Now, what are your roots from Wilmington, Delaware?
Well, my connection to Wilmington is like the first time I was there was through a sister city program.
Okay.
Because I live really close to the sister city to Wilmington called Kalmar here in Sweden.
Okay.
Or I think I actually lived in that city when I was in Wilmington the first time. Mm-hmm. Now I live on a small island on the East Coast, but it's still very close, and I still have a lot of my heart in Wilmington because you guys, the guys I've met so far in Wilmington are just lovely. Ivan, you're one of them, of course. I think I met you like the first time I was over.
Yeah,
and it was lovely.
we had a photo shoot and everything, remember?
I know.
Wait, so tell me how
I think it was 8 years ago or something.
Yes.
Okay.
And it just came up like 2 weeks ago was the anniversary. So yeah, 2 years ago, 2 weeks ago,
okay.
8 years ago, that's when I met her.
That's when you met.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just going to ask. So how did you guys meet? Because I'm curious. Like, so it was 2 years ago.
8 years ago.
Okay, eight years ago.
Who came to me? Well, someone came to me and was like, "Hey, Ivan, look, you got to meet that. We have this artist coming from Sweden, and you have to meet her." DETV was on the very beginning of what we were doing, and I think she was on the very beginning of what she was doing, and her music was is amazing, right? Mm-hmm. And it was just an honor to meet her, and we took pictures, listened to music, we did everything. I think the club at the time was Bobby Ryan's, right? So they took her to Bobby Ryan's, and yeah, we had a good time. and ever since, and then I remember one day she texted me and she's like, "Hey Ivan, can you do a voiceover for me on my album?" And I was like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, you did? Oh, that's neat. That's
Ivan's
neat.
got the greatest voice ever. So
thank you.
Well,
everyone
Adée,
should know that, or everyone knows that already.
Everyone in Sweden knows that.
Everyone
right.
in Sweden knows that. Adée, why don't you just share a little bit more background about who you are and who is Adée?
Well, I'm an artist and a songwriter, as you guys already mentioned. I also run a project called Future Songwriting, where I work with like giving young people the tools to start their own like songwriting careers. So I work like part-time with that and part-time with my own music, and I tour a lot. And since 2018, I've worked a lot in the UK as well, and I've been signed to a label there and worked with a bunch of really cool artists and songwriters. And I'm now releasing my 4th album, like in just a few weeks, which I've recorded here in Sweden, but with like 2 songwriters from the UK came over here to write it with me. So it's my whole life is around songwriting in some way, and it's really cool that it's built like that. Yeah. I'm very happy.
And you're an activist as well, so a lot of your music has to do with activism, right? And that's how we met before.
Yeah, at least I'm trying to like write about something that matters. And since I come from like a background with I grew up with a single mom, so for me like the feminism and like equal rights to women and men have been like really close to me. So I've been trying to do what I can in that area.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit more about your 4th album, and congratulations, because that is an honor in itself. So
Thank you so much.
I'm a firm believer hard work pays off.
Sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
I'm sorry. No, I was saying I'm a firm believer that hard work always pays off, and to reach the feat of coming up with the 4th album, that's a big deal. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Thank you. Well, it's a very special album for me because my third album, which was called Call My Mom, was like, it was a lot of hard work put into that because I traveled a lot, you know, having sessions in different cities and just running around was the mindset of that album, just like collecting all of those songs and all of those stories. But when I made the fourth one, I just wanted to do something different. So I borrowed my mom's house on the island where I live, and I invited 3 friends, 2 from the UK and 1 from Sweden. And we just spent like 4 days, I think, together, just eating a lot of food, just writing a lot of songs, and just used almost only instruments that, you know, the musicians could find in my mom's house, like a really old kind of broken organ is played in it, and like a guitar I have never seen. Like the guitar player from the UK, Tom Ford, he just run around just like, I found a guitar, and then he recorded that, and it was really, really cool to be in my mom's house, just like creating with such great musicians. So the whole album is like made in there, which is really cool.
Wow. So can you imagine this like that? Like you're gonna get some of your most creative friends together, right? And sit in a house for 4 days, eat good food, and just find instruments around the house and come up with an album. Where can people go to get or listen to that album? Is it on Spotify or is it on?
Well, it's coming up around November 25th. I have a release party here in Sweden for it, so hopefully everything will come up on Spotify on that day or like the following days after.
Okay. You want to go to Sweden?
Sure, I've never been.
You want to go to Sweden for the listening party? I'm all for it.
Well, that's really exciting. And I have one more question. I know that we're wrapping up the interview, but I do have one more question. Who or what is your influence in your music?
Well, it's a lot of Swedish music that kind of influenced me, but also a lot of Americans like Erykah Badu and Jill Scott and Beyonce, of course. But since I come from this place, it's like a mixture between the Swedish pop scene and that, and also like my roots from where I grew up, like on farm country Sweden. So I guess it's a mixture of all of that, but a lot of American music is really like have influenced me growing up as well.
So after you finish this interview, right, I want you to stay on. I want you to just watch the rest of the video because this artist that we have coming up right after you is amazing. And and if I'm not, you're traveling to the UK, right, Emilion? He's traveling to the UK on another tour. So make sure you watch this guy because you might want to collab with him some way, somehow, because he's amazing. All right. Okay, November 25th.
Right, it's the listening party.
It's the listening party.
And then hopefully your 4th album will be available on Spotify. How can people follow you? What is your social media?
It's Adée Official, ADEE Official. Excellent. On Instagram and Spotify, or on Facebook. I think it's just Adée on Spotify.
I love it. I love it. Adée, thank you so much for joining us.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much for letting me be part of this.
You got it. You got it. So we'll stay in touch like we always do. And I can't wait for the album to drop.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks now. See ya. All right.
Bye.
And next up, Good Morning Wilmington, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Emilion. Yo, I don't got nothing else to say. What is it? Drink water and I'm gonna mind my business. All right. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. What's up, everyone? It's your main man, Big Ob, the talk of the town, Mr. DETVCH.com, and I'm here with my wonderful and amazing co-host,
Vincenza.
We just stopped by to tell you to be sure, if you want any information on what's going on in Wilmington and to meet some dynamic people doing some amazing and great things, be sure to watch us live on Good Morning Wilmington on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m.
Oh, Ivan, 10 a.m.
Which he said, 10 a.m.
Listen to me, that's why he has me here. But yes, tune in live, 10 a.m. Monday and Wednesday on Good Morning Wilmington.
DETVCH.com.